Hey everyone, thanks for checking out Ozark Overland Adventures. And if you saw my last video, you know that I am currently stuck in this house because the wife and I have COVID. I feel pretty good, but I can't leave because, quarantine and all that crap. It's Saturday. Normally I would be in the Ozarks or Ouachitas or somewhere not at home today. But I'm here and I can no longer just sit inside on the couch. So here's the plan. I'm gonna take all of my gear and lay it out in the garage and reorganize it. And in the process, I had someone not too long ago ask me the difference between my loadouts of when I'm going minimalist and it's just me and my Jeep and the hammock and, just doing it super simple, and when we're glamping it up and we've got the camper and, all that stuff. So I'm going to put all my gear out, lay it all out in its two different configurations, and let you see it. I don't know if you'll find that interesting or not, but I'm bored. As Overlanders, we tend to be fairly gear focused, so hopefully you may see some stuff that catches your eye and think, I didn't think about that, I need that, or why does that moron have that? That's dumb. So, all that could apply. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get everything out of the Great Pumpkin. I'm gonna get my stuff out of the little corners and nooks and crannies and lay everything out and have some fun, hopefully, because I'm bored. Look, you're right. Good job, babe. All right, well, this is it. Now that I've got everything laid out here, knowing that when we're going out in the camper for an extended period of time, this is everything. This isn't as bad as I thought. I really expected this to look a lot more excessive. And now you may be thinking that's a whole lot of crap you got there, Matt. But it's really not that bad. And everything has a purpose. Let me just kind of walk you through it. Some of it's obvious. And then I'll break it down into, what goes on the minimalist side. So we'll just kind of start at the front. Obviously, we've got a couple tables. If I'm in the camper, I take all the tables just because it's nice to have. If I'm just going out in the Jeep, I will just take one of my little 3-foot tables and probably the little aluminum table to have. But that's it as far as the Jeep. So take this. We'll move that there. If I'm in the camper, I take the Camp Chef stove. I don't take this with me if I'm just in the Jeep and going out on minimalist just because of its size. If it's just me, I take the Jetboil half gen. The Jetboil stoves are friggin' awesome. And this little kit right here comes with a pot and just that right there. And this stove will put out some heat, man. I love these things. My wife has the full Jetboil Genesis system that folds up on top of itself, still fits in the same amount of space, really. But if it's just me and my Jeep, I'm just taking the half gen. The half gen is fantastic. So we'll leave that there. The Camp Chef Rainier, fantastic stove. You've seen it. You've seen me use it in a lot of videos. This and the Coleman oven that I have, friggin' awesome combination. Okay, Buddy heater. If it's cold in the camper, in the rooftop tent, use this to take the chill off. Super nice. If you ever meet my wife, ask her about the handle. She loves telling that story. We've got the Dometic toilet. My wife's done a review on that. That does not go with me if I'm just out in the Jeep, but if we're out together in the camper, having the Dometic toilet it's a nice little convenience to have. Of course, chairs. Let's see. This is mine. I love comfy chairs, so I've got the Oztent folding chair. My wife just got the new 23-0 chair. Obviously, if it's just me in the Jeep, wife's chair does not go. Let's see. The Boss battery-operated shower system. If we're in the camper, I love having this thing just to have some hot water, to take a shower if need be, do the dishes. If we've got a base camp set up, I love having this. It looks really big in the bag, and this was included in my top 10 favorite overlanding gear video that I did. So, but it's not. It's big, but it does incredibly well. So I do enjoy having this. Now, to go along with the toilet, we've got two options now, and I think this is probably going to be going away. This is the Kelty, the blockhouse. Great shelter for showering, setting up putting the toilet in, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to set up because it's got all the rigid poles. Now, it'll do really well in the wind. That's a big plus to it, but it's not super easy to set up, and it's kind of clunky. And we've recently got this pop-up shelter. We're going to give this a try and see if it will replace this. This is actually a little bit bigger than this. So we'll see. So we got two shelters, one quick and easy pop-up and one that's a little more rigid and has the poles and stuff. Of course, the Dometic fridge goes wherever we go, whether it's me in the Jeep being minimalist or with the camper. Got to have the fridge. We've got two water containers here. This one is a 6-gallon. This one goes with us. So we've got the camper. We've got the 7-gallon Reliance square jug. I'll take this with me no matter where we go. So this one stays with the Jeep if I'm going all minimalist. Let's see, the totes. Let's go into the totes. This is my kitchen tote for if I'm in the camper. And if I'm not in the camper, this is my kitchen tote. And this, for when we're in the camper, this is the food tote. This is all the dry goods. The bread, tortillas, vegetables, dry, all the normal dry good stuff. So that's what this is for. This is for dry food. This serves as my both camp kitchen and dry goods when I'm going minimalist. Like when we did the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, this right here is all I took. Let me go into the kitchen tote here and show you what all we got in here. We've got wash basin. Super handy to have. That does not go with me on minimalist trips. I've got my utensil carry little system here with all the utensils that I need for cooking. This will go with me because it just throws in the back, so this can be a minimalist thing. My adapter hose. Oh, I forgot about the 5-pound propane tank. Always take the 5-pound propane tank no matter where I go. Super handy to have. Just a lot more convenient than the 1-pound bottles. So 5-pound propane tank. This goes with it. It stays in the tote. I've got various pots and bowls, of course. The Coleman oven fits in here. I don't take this with me when I'm going minimalist, just because it takes up space and this is all I'm using. I have 2 cast iron skillets in here that I love, and more plates. So 2 cast iron skillets. If it's just me and the Jeep and going minimalist, I just take 1. If I can't cook everything I need in 1 skillet, then I'm probably cooking too much food. So, but this right here, this skillet will fit in this tote and then still allow me to have plenty of room for the other dry goods and foods and stuff. Let's see. Then I have this Stanley pot system here with all the pots nested inside and another little skillet here. Haven't had a chance to use this yet. This is brand new, but I'm super excited about it. I was shocked at how good quality this stuff was. I mean, the base, if you cook, you'll know what I'm talking about because the base of these is super thick. These are going to be awesome to cook out of. Really excited about these, but haven't had a chance to do it yet. Let's see, cutting board and a little grill grate that I use to put on the wide burner on the camp chef. If I want to like make toast or something, that works pretty handy there for that. And then there's some dishwasher soap and some big tongs for the grill, that sort of thing. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll take, if it's just minimalist, I'll take 1 cast iron skillet, put it in this tote, usually take just 1 plate and I'll clean it off each day, maybe a bowl, depending on what I'm going to be eating. But that's pretty much it. And that's how they split between the 2. There we go. And in here, I mean, this is kind of lame, but you know, dealing with spices, and this is just a little thing. I had a fruit roll-up box and cut it up so that I can take my salt and pepper, my Cavenders, my steak seasoning, my garlic powder, and all that sort of stuff, and put it in here so that they're not going loose. And you know, a lot of times they'll get open, and then I've got salt and Cavenders flying all over my toast. So always keep a lighter and my 1 bowl. This tote goes with me everywhere, whether I am minimalist or taking the camper. And this just has all my general gear. It's got lights in it. It's got a lightweight blanket for hammock camping. It's got my hammock. It's got my rain fly. It's got my little floor. This is kind of my hammock tote, but it goes with me everywhere. It's got my headlamp, a couple other odds and ends lamps. It's got Luminoodles. I love these things. This little inflatable lantern's pretty awesome. These lanterns, that works good. That's just a little nylon blanket thing for the ground. Inflatable pillow for my hammock. It's pretty awesome. Forgot about these. This 23-0 light is in there. Showed this on that top 10 gear thing. I like it. This is a new one by UST that I got. Very similar, but it's a little bit bigger. A little bit cheaper too, and I really like this one. Basically the same functionality, solar, USB charging, pops out, really like it. And this is a really sweet flat light. It's threaded on the bottom, so you can put it on a tripod around camp. Puts out a ton of light, and I just got this. I haven't used it yet, but it lives in this tote as well. So this is kind of my, everywhere I go, this tote goes with me because it's got all of that stuff in it. Let's see. The fire pit, this goes with me everywhere. I love building a fire in the fire pit. You've seen this in a lot of my videos. I just love how clean it burns, and I don't have to deal with the nasty fire ring and all that stuff. So I take this with me everywhere. It's really easy in the back seat of the Jeep. I always take my Goal Zero, my Yeti 150 with me, just to keep drone batteries charged, camera batteries charged, GoPros, that sort of thing. So the Yeti 150 always goes with me just to have it. And then this always stays with me. This just has a bunch of these little USB battery packs for powering like the Luma noodles, charging, keeping my cell phone charged. If I'm sleeping in my hammock, I'll put my cell phone on this at night. So many uses for these little things, but lights and cell phones, great. I've got quite a few of those in this little pack. Up in here is a ton of charging cords for USB-C, iPhone, micro USB, all the different needs. And then I've got this one, and then I've got this one. I've got 2 of these. Got a couple of these little stick ones. So lots of little options for batteries. And then if it's cold and I'm going minimalist and sleeping in my hammock, I take my homemade underquilt, which helps keep me super warm, and I take my super warm sleeping bag, and that keeps me warm in the hammock at night down to, 20 degrees so far. It's been very successful. And last but not least, the saw. Always need a saw, cutting firewood, tree down on the road. I don't have a chainsaw, so that bow saw does really well. Let's see, let's now divide this up. And everything goes with me in the camper, but let me show you just what goes in the Jeep. So that. Yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like. If it's just me in the Jeep, this is what goes. If it's cold, that. If it's warm, I'll even take the big sleeping bag and underquilt. Those come out. But if it's cold, those go. But that's it. I mean, this and the fridge and the tote, the water, lay the back seat down, and there's more than enough room for all of this. And of course, one thing is missing, and that's my camera bag. It obviously goes with me everywhere to hold my camera and my drone and all that good stuff. And then if we're glamping it up, we take this extra stuff like the shower and the toilet and extra chairs and shelters and more tables, extra water, and a bigger stove. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm curious. Too much? Just right? I mean, it works for me, so it's obviously just right for me. But how does this compare to what you take? Now, I know I could slim this down. I could take a smaller chair, but it's not going to be as comfortable, and I like having a cup holder and, just those little features. So I could take a smaller chair. That's a big one. But really, that's about the only change I could make is a smaller chair. But I don't want a smaller chair, so I'm happy with that. Any luxury items that I'm missing here? What do you think? Any nice things that you found that you like to have at camp that I don't have here that I've left out? Maybe I need to know about this. Maybe my wife needs to know about this. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, put them in the comments. If you liked the video because I was bored and made it because I'm stuck at home in quarantine, please give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps me out. If you saw my last video, if you caught the very end of it, you know that we are super passionate about making a go of this full time as soon as our kids are gone. And we started the Patreon accounts. So if you consider joining our list of patrons, we've already got 3. Super excited about that. And supporting us on this endeavor, man, that'd be super awesome. We'd appreciate it. We're going to do some neat things later in the year for just the patrons, and kind of do something unique for them. So I think that's it. Thanks for letting me go through this and entertain you with the camera for a little bit and cure some of my boredom. Hopefully the next video you watch from me will actually be out in the Jeep doing some more fun things and seeing some more cool places. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Don't get COVID. Bye.